And of course, what that map demonstrates is the extraordinary breadth of relationships, historic relationships that the United Kingdom enjoys around the world. And Professor Surya, as you were rightly saying, as we embark upon Brexit, this is something I think that is going to be one of our major strengths going forward. And I'm terribly excited about the prospects of Brexit. I think it is going to enable us to lift our eyes from obsession with our continental partners to restoring our position that prevailed before, which is outward looking, embracing the whole of the world, and in particular engaging with all our friends and those historic friends like in Nepal that we can resume those relationships with. I will, of course, Your Excellency, take the message to the Prime Minister that she is expected to visit Nepal. Whether I can prevail upon her or not is another matter, but I will certainly take that message to her. But Professor, of course, Surya, as what you probably don't know, but I did check up on what his background is. He is a bit of an expert in World Trade Organization rules. So if our European partners were so foolish as not to give us a good trade deal, we may need to turn to the professor for advice on how to apply the WTO to our relationship, our trading relationship with our European partners. But thank you for your contribution. Thank you also for referring to the amount of support that the British people have given. I think it has struck everybody, just the extent to which the British people have been affected by the earthquake in Nepal, the extent to which they reached deep into their pockets to support those charities which were set upon rebuilding Nepal after that devastating earthquake a couple of years ago. And I think that it does demonstrate that there is a real deep-seated affection for the country. And I can give you a statistic that since 1960, the United Kingdom has given aid to Nepal amounting to just short of $2 billion. And so we have, the British taxpayer has made that contribution, but of course individuals have made a contribution through the charities as well. Trade with Nepal is not huge, about £200 million a year, but a trade advantage, 300 million altogether, 200 million of imports into the United Kingdom and 100 million of exports. So Nepal is actually doing rather well, better perhaps than others. Krishna spoke about the Nepalis in the UK, and particularly going back to the time of Queen Victoria. Of course, Aldershot is a Victorian creation as a result of our failure at the charge of the Light Brigade in Crimea. We've heard a lot about Crimea lately. When we failed in the 1850s in Crimea, so Aldershot was a creation to allow large numbers of cavalry to exercise on this, what had been a pretty well blasted heath with nothing on it. So thank you for reminding us of the extent to which that relationship goes back. Mara, thank you for your mention of the Constitution. You're quite right, we don't have a written Constitution in the United Kingdom. So what on earth we're doing telling other countries to have a written Constitution, I don't know. Well, I suppose it's a rather good British tradition. You know, we do as we say, not do as we do.